Hi everyone, welcome to Mathematics Tutorial Center. In this tutorial, we will learn statistics, specifically getting the mean of grouped data. So the objective of this tutorial is that by the end of this tutorial, you will be able to calculate the mean of grouped data. The mean of grouped data. So what is grouped data? Grouped data refers to data which has been put into classes. When the data set is very large, we can categorize data into groups called class intervals. After entering the data in groups, statistically, it is assumed that the members of the class are evenly distributed throughout the class interval. And hence, the middle value or the midpoint of the interval will be taken to represent all members in the class interval. So, so after getting the various groups, the middle value or midpoint of each group represents the members in the class interval. The midpoint will be used as x value in estimating the mean of the frequency distribution. The midpoint, which is our x value, will be obtained by getting the average of the class limits. That is, adding the endpoints of the class interval and dividing by 2. Then, the mean is then estimated by applying the formula x bar equals A plus sigma fd over sigma f. And this formula is what we learned in the previous tutorial on getting the mean of a frequency distribution table. So the work is simplified by entering the work in a table as shown in example 1 below. Example 1. The score of 20 students in a mathematics quiz were recorded as shown in the table below. Using an assumed mean of 8, calculate the mean mark in the quiz. So the marks scored by these 20 students were recorded in this table. There are these class intervals. So the first one is 1 to 5. The marks scored between 1 and 5. Number of students who scored here were 3. The other interval is 6 to 10. So the marks within this interval, the number of students scored was 7. The class interval 11 to 15, there were 6 students who scored marks within this range. Between 16 to 20, there were 4 students. So the groups here includes the marks for the beginning and end of the interval. That is, for example, for this 1 to 5, and then it can be 1, can be 2, can be 3, can be 4, can be 5. Solution. So we'll have the class interval here, frequency, which is the number of students. We now need to calculate the midpoint that will be used as the x value, and is given by the average over class limits. Deviation, we shall now calculate deviation from the assumed mean, and the assumed mean we are given here is 8. So 8. So we'll calculate d equals x minus a. Then we'll need to get product sigma fd, product fd, the product of frequency and the deviation value. So moving to the first class interval here, 1 to 5, frequency is 3. And so to get x, we shall say the endpoints, average of the class limits here, the endpoints, shall say that the middle value is obtained by saying 1 plus 5, and then you divide by 2. 1 plus 5 divided by 2, you get 3. So the x value or the midpoint here is 3. So the next one here, 6 to 10, it will be 6 plus 10 will be 16, and divide by 2, you'll get this 8. The next one is this 11 plus 15 will be 26, and then you divide by 2 to get the middle value, 13. The next one is 15 to 20, half the 2 will be 36, and then divide by 2, you get 18. So those are the midpoint values which should give us the x values to be used here. So deviation from the mean, from the assumed mean. So D is x minus a, and our a is 8 here. So our x here is 3, this one. So 3 minus 8 will be negative 5. The next one here will be 8. This 8 minus the 8, assumed mean will be 0. Deviation is 0. Next one is 13 minus 8 will be 5. Next one is will be 18 minus 8 will be 10, this one. So we need to get the product FD so that we use it in the calculation of the mean. So F, this first row is 3 times the deviation D, negative 5, you get negative 15. The next one is 7 times this 0 will be 0. 6 times 5 will be 30. 4 times this 10 will be 40. So that's how to get the product FD. So we now need to work out the mean by obtaining the various items here. We know we have A to be 8, we need to get FD, sigma FD, that is addition of the FD column. So we need to add negative 15 plus 0 plus 30 plus 40. So total product FD, sigma FD here will be 55. So this value. So we also need to add frequency, this column, that is 3 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4 will be 20, as shown here. Then we now substitute in the formula, mean x bar is assumed mean plus sigma FD over sigma F, and our assumed mean is 8 plus sigma FD, which is 55, this one, divided by sigma F, 20, this value. So we'll get 10.75 kilogram. Good, that is how to get the mean of group data for example 1. Now we move to another example. Example 2 here. The IQ test scores from a certain static group were recorded in the table below. Estimate the mean score of the group by using the assumed mean of 85. So the table here has a score and indicating here 70 is less or equal to x less or equal to 8. Number of people given here are 6. The next one is 8 is less or equal to x, which is less or equal to 90, and the number of people is 13, like that. So you will notice that here in this group, the x value here is beginning from 70 because of the inequality symbol here, less or equal to. So 70 is included here. It goes up to less than 80. So the values that will be here will be all the way 70 from will be all the way from 70 to less than 80, which is actually 79. The values for this class interval will be starting from 80, will go all the way up to less than 90. That is exactly at 89. Same for this interval. X here will be starting from 90 all the way up to less than 100. That is the values which will be included here will be 90 up to 99 because of this inequality sign. The values here will be starting from 100 all the way up to less than 110. That is, it will be the values 100 all the way up to 109. 110, this interval 110 all the way up to 119. The value here is the values of x here will be 120 all the way up to 129. So the last one is not included because it is less than. So the solution would be we need to have the help column, the x, and the x is the average of the class limits. So for this class interval 70 to 80, the midpoint will be 70 plus 80 will be 150 divided by 2 will be 75. So we'll add these two limits and divide by 2 to get 75. Similarly, the midpoint for the next interval 80 to 90 is the summation of 80 and 90 will be 170 and then divided by 2 to get 85. So the next interval here, the midpoint is 90 plus 100 will be 190 and then divided by 2 will be 95, this one. The next one is 100 plus 110 it will be 210 divided by 2, 105, this value. The next midpoint here is 110 plus 120, which will be 230 divided by 2 will be 115, this value. And the next one is 120 plus 130 will be 250 divided by 2 will be 125. So that's how to get the midpoint to be used. So we are interested in f and x, and therefore we need to get the deviation of x from the assumed mean, and we are given the assumed mean to be 85. So the first one here will be x is 75 minus 85 to give us negative 10. The next one is 85 minus 85 to give us a deviation of 0. Next one is 95 minus 85 to get us a deviation of 10. 105 minus 85 to give us a deviation of 20. 150 minus 85 to give us a deviation of 30. 125 minus 85 to give us a deviation of 40. So we now have f, and so we require column fd so that we'll be able to use in this formula here. So fd, that is f times d. The first one here is 6. F is 6 times d, negative 10 will be negative 60. The next one here is f is 13 times this d0 will be 0. Next one is 11 times 110 to give us 110 here. And 11 times d10 to give us 110. F is 7 here times d20 to give us 140. The next fd is 8 multiplied by 30 to give us 240. The next one is help is 5 here times this d40 to give us 200. So in order to use this expression mean xy is equal to f plus sigma fd over sigma f, we need to add the values of fd column, that is negative 60 plus 0 plus 110 plus 140 plus 240 plus 200 to give us sigma fd to be 630. So we also require sigma f, that is total frequency, by adding 6 plus 13 plus 11 plus 7 plus 8 plus 5 to give us a total of 50. So substituting, A is 85 plus sigma fd is d630 plus divided by sigma f 50 divided by 50, you'll get 85 plus 12.6 to give us 97.6. So that is it. That's how to get the mean of a group data data set. So what is very important is that we need to know that before you do any calculation for group data, you need to get the midpoint, the x value, by getting the midpoint of each class interval, and then use it to get d and then fd, and thereafter apply the formula mean x bar is assume the mean f plus sigma fd over sigma f. Very well. In this tutorial, we learned that in order to calculate the mean of group data, we need to take the midpoint value of each class interval as the x value to represent all the members of the class interval. Very important. So the midpoint, it will be the x value. 2, we have seen that the midpoint or x value is the average of the class limits. That's adding the two endpoints of the class interval and dividing by 2. So we need to add the two endpoints and then divide by 2 for us to get the midpoint. And then the mean will be estimated by applying the formula x bar equals A plus sigma fd over sigma f. There you go, you get the mean. Very well. For practice, I have practice questions here for you. Question 1. The heights of a group of students were measured and recorded in the table below. By using an appropriate working mean, calculate the mean height of the group. And the table here, height in centimeters and the number of students has been indicated. From 101 to 104, there were 2 students. 105 to 108, there were 16 students. 109 to 112, there were 41 students. 113 to 116, there were 30 students. 117 to 120, there were 8 students. 121 to 124, there were 3 students. So these are grouped data, and here we have been told to use our appropriate mean. Choose your appropriate mean and work out the mean height. Question 2. The masses of 50 people were recorded in a frequency distribution table below. Estimate the mean mass by using the appropriate assumed mean. So mass in kilogram and 60 to 64, the number of people were 8, 65 to 69, they were 10, 70 to 74, they were 11, 75 to 79, they were 10, 80 to 84, they were 6, 85 to 89, they were 5. So guys, work on it and then post your answers in the comment section. I'll be able to review them and give you the correct value. Very well. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss my future lesson videos. I thank you for watching this tutorial.